Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is the 2nd September 2024. In this video, we are going to generate different supply and demand zone reports useful for the premium service subscribers. So the first report is finding the stocks near demand and supply zones starting from half-yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half-yearly demand zone. So one stock is filtered near to the half-yearly demand zone. I'll be giving you only few seconds time to watch this report. You need to pause the video. After that, you can study all these parameters. You can also draw the zones in your charts by taking leg in, leg out timestamps and base candle count. In case if you doesn't understand how to understand this report, how to study this report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. That is part 1 of lesson 21. There I have explained each and every column in detail, their values, abbreviations, everything I explained. Even I also explained how to draw the zones in TradingView by taking this leg in timestamp, leg out timestamp and also the base candle count. So please go through that video. Okay, the next report is for half yearly time frame. Let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered. Next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. No stocks are filtered. For quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. Two stocks are filtered. The next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. One stock is filtered. So next monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. One stock is filtered near to the monthly supply zone. Next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Next report for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 2 stocks are filtered. The next time frame is daily. Entry time frame is daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let us identify any high liquidity daily demand zones. No, we don't have any high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. Next report for daily time frame. Let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any high liquidity daily supply zones are available. And Burger Paints is having a daily high liquidity supply zone already tested 4 times. So you need to look for a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone to plan your trade. You have one more zone, M&M Finance. This is also a daily high liquidity supply zone, a fresh zone. You need to look for a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone. Otherwise, there are higher chances zone will be violated. So we have identified 2 high liquidity daily supply zones from this list. Okay, the next time frame is 125 minutes. So let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Next report for 125 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 4 stocks are filtered and there are no 75 minutes high liquidity demand zones from this list. Okay, the next report for 75 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any high liquidity supply zone. ACC is filtered. This is already we have fine-tuned. In today's HLQ analysis video, I already explained. That's it. We have only one high liquidity daily supply zone from this list. Okay, the next report, next time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. The next report for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. The next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered near to the 15 minutes demand zone. Let's identify if any of these stocks are having zone confluence with the ITF time frame, that is 75 minutes time frame. So in the demand zone confluence, 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone enabled. Let's filter how many will. So all these 5 stocks are having a confluence with 75 minutes time frame. But there are few stocks are pierced zones, you have to eliminate them. Now we will verify how many of these stocks are again having confluence with even HTF time frame, that is daily time frame. In the demand zone confluence, the 15 minutes demand zone with the daily demand zone I am enabling. 75 minutes demand zone with the daily is also enabling, that is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Only one stock is filtered and it is a high liquidity zone. Already tested 7 times. RR is not good, but if you fine tune this 15 minute zone with 5 minute zone, you may get a good RR. That you need to verify. Okay, the next zone is the next report. The next report for 15 minutes time frame. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Out of these 6, GNFC is pierced, you can ignore it. Now let's verify how many of these stocks supply zones are having confluence with 75 minute supply zone. So 15 minutes and 75 minute supply zone confluence. This is LTF and ITF confluence. 2 stocks are filtered. In that again GNFC is already pierced, you can ignore. Only BHEL is valid. It is a high liquidity supply zone. Sideways downtrend and RR is not up to the mark. But if you fine tune up to 5 minutes, you may get a good RR. Now let's verify whether this is having a confluence with because it is low on the curve. Mostly you may not be having HTF confluence, but let's check once. So we have 15 minute supply zone with daily supply zone is enabled, 75 supply zone and daily is also enabling LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. We don't have. Good. So the next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Let's verify how many of these 5 minute zones are having confluence with 15 minute zone. Demand zone confluence, 5 minutes demand zone and 15 minutes demand zone. These 4 demand zones are having confluence, but LTTS is already pierced. You can ignore. Even first one, Hindalco, is also pierced. Only last 2 are valid. Equilibrium, but let's check HTF confluence is also there, available or not. So 5 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone is enabled, and 15 minutes demand zone with 75 is also enabled. Let's verify any stocks we get. Okay, both the stocks are having a confluence with LTF and ITF, but both are pierced zones, so there is no use with these two stocks. Okay, in the next report for daily for 5 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 5 minutes supply zone. Okay, 13 stocks are filtered. So taking trades directly on the 5 minute zones is high risky. So let's verify any of these stocks are having confluence with 15 minutes time frame. Supply zone confluence. So this 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone, we are enabling LTF and ITF confluence. 7 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any of these stocks again having HTF confluence. That is 5 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone is enabled. 15 minute supply zone with 75 is enabled with all the 3 filters. These 3 supply zones are having in the third one is having even high liquidity zone, but it is not a bearish trade setup. Even none of these zones are having RR. RR is very poor. Okay, stocks near the zones don't have any good zones today. So with this we have completed stocks near demand and supply zones. Next report is NIFTY Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. Let's start with NIFTY 50. That is starting from monthly time frame. I am generating a monthly supply demand zone for Nifty. Always remember, look into the zone column for finding high liquidity zones, and the pierced column always look for, if the pierced count is 0 they are valid, otherwise they are not valid. And to look for the trend, always look into the LTF. For example, monthly trend is LTF. Whichever the time frame you select, that will be treated as a lower time frame. So monthly trend is uptrend, one time frame is higher, that is quarterly trend is uptrend, one more time frame higher, that is yearly trend is uptrend. This is the way you have to understand the remaining reports, and the rest of the columns you can easily understand. Okay, in the next report, changing the time frame to weekly. Now I am generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Nifty. And the next time frame is daily. I am generating daily supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 125 minutes. I am generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 75 minutes. I am generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes. I am generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 15 minutes. I am generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 5 minutes. I am generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Nifty. So this is about Nifty supply demand zone chain. So next we will start with Bank Nifty. Nifty Bank. Let's start with monthly time frame. I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is weekly. I'm generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is daily. I'm generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 125 minutes. I'm generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 75 minutes. I'm generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes. I'm generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. The next time frame is 15 minutes. I'm generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. And the last time frame is 5 minutes. I'm generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So this is about Nifty and Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. So the next set of reports are about bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly, daily and hourly income trades. I'm generating bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. So entry time frame is daily, entry zone is demand zone, bullish or bearish trade setup, daily time frame I am selecting bullish, and the daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, in daily time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value I am setting 0, and zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the three filters are applied to daily demand zone. Let me filter the stocks. So this is the filter list. Let me scroll down. So total 31 stocks are filtered. And these 31 stocks again further we can verify with Zone Confluence. Let us check how many of these 31 stocks are having Zone Confluence with ITF time frame. For entry time frame daily, ITF time frame is weekly. So daily demand zone, weekly demand zone confluence filter I am enabling. So with this filter, let's filter. Now the list is come down to 16. These 16 stocks are supporting bullish and bearish, bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, and also daily and weekly zones are having confluence with each other. Now let us check again how many of these zones, ITF zones, are having ITF EMA confluence. That means ITF is weekly EMA confluence, because weekly trend is uptrend. In EMA confluence weekly, I am looking for demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. So 12 stocks. So these 12 stocks are daily zones and weekly zones are having confluence, and also in these 12 stocks, the weekly zones are having weekly EMA confluence. Good. Next we will look into LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So I am removing the EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, the daily demand zone with weekly is already enabled. Daily with monthly demand zone I am enabling. And the weekly demand zone with monthly is also I am enabling. That means LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That is daily, weekly and monthly confluence. So only one stock is filtered, the demand zone. Moreover, it is a high liquidity demand zone. Let me check if this zone is having even monthly EMA confluence, because all the daily and weekly zones are part of the monthly, because that is what monthly EMA, monthly zone confluence. If that monthly zone is having EMA confluence, monthly EMA confluence, it is even more high probability trade setup. So in the EMA confluence, in the monthly time frame, I am looking for monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. Let's filter. Yes, this zone is also having monthly EMA confluence. So this is a high probability trade setup, this zone. Such kind of zone prices reach, immediately we can plan a trade, but already tested 3 times because it is a high liquidity zone. Okay, next let us look into the supply zones. That is bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Entry time frame is daily, entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame, I am selecting bearish, and then pierced count in daily time frame should be minimum value 0, maximum 0 indicates the zone is not pierced. And zone achievement should be violated opposing zone, minimum odd and enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. Currently no stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Okay, the next report weekly income trade, bullish trade setup. Entry time frame is 75 minutes, entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish at 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish. The 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. In the pierced count at 75 minutes, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. And zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhanced score 12. All with all these filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. Now total 19 stocks are filtered, and all these 19 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Okay, now let us verify any of these stocks are having confluence with the ITF time frame. That means 75 and daily zones are having confluence. Let us verify. In the demand zone confluence, the 75 minutes demand zone with the daily demand zone confluence I enabled, that is LTF and ITF zone confluence. Now the list is reduced to 10 stocks. From 19, 10 stocks are getting displayed. These 10 stocks are not only supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, but they are also supporting 75 minute zone and daily zone confluence. If these daily zones, because they are having a 75 minute zone is part of the daily zone now, that is what zone confluence. 75 minute zone is there inside daily zone. If the daily zone is having daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability trade setup, because the daily trend is always uptrend, ITF trend is always uptrend in the bullish trade setup. So what I do, EMA confluence in the daily time frame, I am adding daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. 6 stocks are filtered. From the 11, the stocks are further filtered to 6. These 6 stocks are high probability trade setup. Currently they are supporting, because the daily zone and 75 minute zones are confluence, and also daily zone is having a daily EMA confluence, and daily trend is always uptrend. Okay, next we will look into LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. How many stocks are there? I am removing the daily filter. In the demand zone confluence, we have 75 minutes demand zone daily is already enabled. So 75 minutes demand zone, weekly demand zone I am enabling, and daily demand zone and weekly demand zone also I am enabling with all the 3 filters. We identified 3 stocks. Currently these 3 stocks are supporting uh, 75 minutes daily and weekly confluence. That means inside the weekly we have daily, inside that we have 75. That means daily and 75 are part of weekly. Now let us check if this weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence. This is a high probability trade setup, but this is not eligible in case if it filters, because the trend is sideways. But in the remaining 2 stocks, if they filter, it is a high probability trade setup. So what I am doing in the EMA confluence weekly time frame, I am enabling a weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. Let's filter. So one stock is filtered and the trend, weekly trend is uptrend. So, and moreover, this weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence. It is a high probability trade setup. And also 75-minute zone and daily zones are part of this weekly zone. And already this zone is tested and it is a high liquidity daily 75 minutes demand zone. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame is 75 minutes. Entry zone is a supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bearish. And the 75-minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count column in 75 minutes time frame, minimum value adding 0, maximum value 0, that indicates zone is not pierced. Zone achievement is a violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 75-minute supply zone. Let's filter. So none of the stocks are filtered. Currently, we don't have bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. So next is a bullish trade setup for daily income trade. So entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bullish. 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 15 minutes, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the three filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. Now 17 stocks are filtered. These 17 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Now let's verify out of these 17, how many are having zone confluence with ITF time frame. That means 15 minutes and 75 minutes zone confluence. So let's add demand zone confluence. So 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone, I am enabled. That is LTF, ITF confluence. So from 17, 15 stocks are filtered. So currently these 15 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade. That is entry time frame 15 minutes. The 15 minute zones are now part of the 75 minute zone. Now let us look into this 75 minutes are having EMA confluence with daily time frame. Let us check daily EMA confluence. So in the EMA confluence in 75 minutes time frame, let us check the 75 minutes demand zone is having daily EMA confluence. Zone is 75, daily EMA confluence. 3 stocks are filtered. These 3 stocks are having daily EMA confluence and also 15 minute zones and 15 minute zone and 75 minute zones are having confluence with each other. Next, let us look for zone confluence, demand zone confluence based on LTF, ITF, HTF. That is 15 minutes, 75 minutes and daily time frame. So I am removing the EMA filter. Now we are purely looking for LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. In the demand zone confluence, 15 minutes demand zone is 75 is already enabled. Next 15 minutes demand zone with the daily demand zone enabling. 75 with the daily demand zone also I am enabling. Let's check how many stocks are having. So 6 stocks. In all these 6 stocks they have LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. That means 15 minute zone and 75 minute zone together part of the daily zone. If the daily zone is having daily EMA confluence, then it is a even high probability trade setup. Let us check. Out of these, only one stock is sideways. So in case if it is filtered, it is invalid. But remaining stocks, the trend is uptrend. So daily EMA confluence makes sense. So what I am going to do in the EMA confluence in the daily time frame, I am checking daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So 2 stocks are filtered. Ignore Oberoi reality, it is a sideways trend. So EMA confluence doesn't make sense. But ABC Capital is having uptrend and having EMA confluence daily zone. It is a high probability trade setup, the demand zones. But only problem is the RR is not up to the mark. If you fine tune to 5 minutes and if you can get good RR, you can plan a trade. Otherwise, it's not a good. Okay, next bearish trade setup for daily income trade. So entry time frame is 15 minutes, entry zone is supply zone, and in bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 I am selecting bearish. The 15-minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated, opposing zone. Minimum order enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15-minute supply zone. Let's filter. 4 stocks are filtered. And these 4 supply zones are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Now let's verify out of these 4 how many zones are having confluence with ITF time frame. That is 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. Out of the 4, let's verify. So 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone. Oh, for all the 4 zones are having confluence with 75 minutes time frame. They are part of 75. Let's check if this 75 minute zone is having these 75 minute supply zones are having EMA confluence. It's a high probability trade setup. So in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, I am checking 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Only one stock. ACC. ACC is having the 75 minutes are supporting bearish trade setup. Okay, next. Let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. I am removing EMA filter. Now we are looking into LTF, ITF, HTF. That is 15-minute zone, 75-minute zone, and a daily zone, supply zone confluence. So where is it? Demand zone, supply zone. 75-minute supply zone. Sorry, this is already enabled. 15 minutes and 75. Next 15 minutes supply zone with the daily supply zone also I am enabling. 75 and daily also I am enabling with all the 3 options. Let's check. Only 2 stocks are filtered. LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. HDFC Bank and Kotak Bank both, but HDFC Bank trend is downtrend. If it is having daily EMA confluence, this is going to be a high probability trade setup. Kotak Bank filters is no meaning in with EMA confluence. But anyway, it is having high liquidity zone, the 15-minute zone. Okay, I am EMA confluence filter in the daily time frame. So I am looking for a daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So none of the stocks are having EMA confluence. Fine. And the next report is hourly income trade. For hourly income trade, entry time frame is 5 minutes. Bullish trade setup demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bullish. 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count in the 5 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. And zone achievement is violated, opposing zone. Minimum order enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. Now 15 stocks are filtered. All these 15 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. They are intraday related trades. But directly taking trades on the intraday is high risky unless they are high liquidity zones. 5 minute zone is high liquidity, okay. But if it is not high liquidity, it's quite risky. That's why what we do, let us look for 5 minute zones and 15 minute zone confluence, LTF and ITF confluence, demand zone confluence. So here we have 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone. I am enabling this option. Now let's verify. So 12 stocks are filtered. In all these 12 stocks, the 15 minute zones are uptrend. Let us check if any of these 15 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. So in the EMA confluence, 15 minutes time frame, I am looking for 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. One stock. This is the only one stock demand zone is having EMA Confluence. Moreover, it is a high liquidity zone, and also it is having high probability trade setup. The only problem is RR is not good. If you can go to the type 2 proximal and if you get a good RR, you can plan a trade, because this is the type 1 risk. Always I am calculating the maximum risk, type 1. You can take a type 2 entry, risk will be minimized, you get better reward. That way we can plan the trade. Okay, in the next report, LTF, ITF, HTF Confluence, let us look. So EMA Confluence, I am removing the filter. Next, we are looking for LTF, ITF, HTF Demand Zone Confluence. Already 5 minutes and 15 minutes is enabled. Next 5 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone. Next 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone. All the three filters are enabled. That is LTF, ITF, HTF Confluence. So with 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes, 4 stocks are filtered. Out of these 4 stocks, 3 stocks are having uptrend in the HTF. So if any of these 75 minute zones are having daily EMA Confluence, it is a high probability trade setup. So EMA Confluence in the 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA Confluence I am enabling. Let's filter. One stock is filtered and the trend 75 minutes trend is uptrend. So it is a high probability and demand zone is a high liquidity zone. RR, we have excellent RR. It's a very good high probability trade setup. And next, bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame is 5 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. Bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes. I am selecting bearish. And 5 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 5 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. And zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes supply zone. 4 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Now let's verify how many of these zones are having confluence with ITF time frame. That is 5 minute supply zone and 15 minute supply zone confluence. So 5 minute supply zone with 50 minutes, I am enabling this filter. Let's filter. Out of 4, 2 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup and also 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone confluence. Let's check if any of these 15 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. So EMA confluence in the 15 minutes time frame. So 15 minutes supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's filter. So 1 stock is filtered. So this is a high probability trade setup and also it is a high liquidity zone. And RR is not up to the mark. That is the only hurting point here. But it is already pierced demand zone. So what you can look for next demand zone, if RR is there, you can plan for the trade. This is the pierced demand zone. Below if you find any zone, but already 3 pierced count, probably some zone below. There could be a high liquidity zone below or 1 minute level, some zone will be there, which is stopping the prices, not letting further go below. So once you draw the zones on the chart, you will get clarity. Okay, next LTF, ITF, HTF confluence we will look. So EMA confluence, I am removing the filter. Now let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. We already enabled 5 minutes and 15 minutes supply zone. Next 5 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone I am enabling. 15 minutes and 75 is also I am enabling. That means 5 minutes, 15 minutes and 75 minutes supply zone confluence. Only 1 stock is filtered. And this stock anyway is sideways, so we don't require to check for EMA confluence. So this is about bullish and bearish trade setup for hourly income trade, and also all the income trades we have generated. In the last report, let us generate the daily ATRs. All these are all daily ATRs. First 17 are indices, that includes all sectorial indices. Remaining all are equity stocks, but the list is taken from F&O listed equity stocks. So I am scrolling the list down. whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.